Well, friends, if you're new, my name is theNatMoran and I live in my 4Runner full-time. Oh wait, that's not right anymore. I live in my A-frame style camper now, being towed by my 4Runner with my dogs Agron and Pike. In one of my last videos, I announced that I upgraded from the 4Runner to an A-frame style camper and how I've hit 3 years on the road. So now it's time to move into this camper and hit the road in style.
For those of you just joining the channel, welcome, and let me give you a quick rundown. Back in 2021, I sold my house, most of my things, and hit the road. I started my journey in a Palomino truck camper, but after about 9 months, I changed my living arrangement to a 2021 4Runner that I modified for off-roading and full-time overlanding. Since then, I've been living inside the 4Runner or in a rooftop tent with my dogs. I started this journey with 3 dogs, but sadly last year, one of my dogs passed away, so it's just my 2 German Shepherds and I for now. For the last year or so, I've really been wanting to get a little trailer to pull behind my 4Runner, who I've named Chalupa. As with everything post-COVID, inventory was limited and prices were high. But I finally found this super cute little A-frame style camper that was perfect for my little family and I. After spending several weeks off and on in Southern California, I'm excited to dial in the new to me living arrangement and hit the road again. The nesting stage has kicked into full effect. I went to IKEA and found a ton of super cool things to start making my new camper feel like my home. The goal for this camper is to really create a homey environment. The space is a little awkward with the A-frame walls, so I don't really have a lot of wall space that's usable. So I'm resorting to things like hanging lights, baskets, and so forth. I found that IKEA is a great place to find unique and creative storage solutions.
Guys, one of my craziest ideas yet is that I want to have a portable mobile garden on the road full time. I think this is probably my craziest idea because when I lived in Kentucky, I couldn't keep a garden alive to save my life. Ooh, that sounds great. Not really sure what is making me think that I'm going to be able to do it on the road full time where conditions are even crazier and more difficult, but I have it in my mind that that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to go check out my little garden that I've created.
I'm not really sure how it's all going to play out, but I'm really excited to give it a try. I've got not 1, but 2 tomato plants. One is your traditional tomato and the other is a small yellow cherry tomato plant. I have a cucumber, which I think is determined to die on me. I have strawberries, bell peppers, jalapenos, green beans, and some herbs.
Another thing that I really wanted to do was improve the solar quality, and I got 2 100-watt solar panels from Renogy, and I got a 30-amp charge controller. In my reveal video, a lot of you suggested that I would check out Slim Potato Head's channel for a lot of A-frame style camper modifications, and that has been a lifesaver, so thank you to everyone who recommended. I did look at his solar panel attachment idea, and while that would work, technically it'd be a tight fit right here. I just don't want to spend the money on that big aluminum frame, so I'm going to come up with other ways to mount my solar, but until then they fit perfectly on the bed, so I'm just going to transport them portably and go from there. But I will mount them eventually because that's a pain in the neck to try to navigate every single time I'm getting to camp. I don't have a lot of room to play, but he wants to play. Hi, buddy. Yeah, you want to play? I don't know how we're going to play. This toy is the same size as my camper, but we'll try. Good boy. Yes, you're a good boy too. Yeah. One thing I didn't love about this camper was the dinette area. I have zero intentions of ever converting that space into a bed, so it really didn't matter to me if the table fit those dimensions. And that table was massive and it was bulky and it had huge legs and I just didn't like it, so it went away. Dad and I came up with an idea to create a space that not only would it improve my storage potential, but also create more livable space. So the design we chose was one of those little L bracket latches that you can fold up and fold down to create a Murphy style table. And then we found a tabletop that was just plain white. I wanted to find one that was kind of prettier wood, but it's just really expensive and not really easy to find in my budget. So we went with a white tabletop, and it has changed the game when it comes to livable livable space in this little tiny A-frame style camper. The dogs love it because when I'm working on the computer or sitting somewhere, they like to be by my feet. And this footless option allows the dogs to be down below and not be in the way, and we don't have to worry about legs tripping, not just dog legs or my legs, but also table legs. And it just creates this open area where there's no obstructions, and it's awesome. It just really works for this space. Of all of the space. So nice. Don't you guys think so? Yeah. I added some ivy to my garden and it's kind of dying, so I'm hoping I can revive it. But my basil's making a nice recovery. Yeah, I don't know about this guy though. Oh my gosh, there's a ladybug on me. Well, I'm getting closer to my takeoff date and it's all starting to feel like it's coming crashing down. It seems like it took forever for this date to come, and now that it's like right around the corner, I'm almost kind of sad because like I'm leaving stability, I'm leaving my family, I'm leaving an income, which I'm going to another income. But it's just one of those things where it's like I'm excited, but I also am kind of sad at the same time. So having, you know, the camper come together is really nice. It's all coming together. Kind of cheap quality, but you know what? Serves a purpose. Got this little cute guy. And then I got this. I'll have to put a plant in there. And I got a hanging pot. I may have not put the lines on the right, but that's kind of cool. Got a hanging pot, and you can take this little bottom piece off for the water. And I bought an egg carrier, so that'll be good. And then this here will store all of my things when I'm in transit. And then finally I got that orange little pillow. I'm hoping that the ivy will come back. It's kind of looking a little lopsided, but so is the pot, so it's all good. Guys, I've done so much on this little camper and we are almost done, and I just put everything that I got from the dollar store and the 99-cent store and the Goodwill in my camper, and everything is falling into place nicely. My departure date is coming rather quickly, so it's time to crank out the power muscles and get it done, and thanks to my dad, we're getting that done. And this table cabinet idea was all him, so he is really a great source of inspiration and you know, imagination. So thanks, Dad, for all your help. This is exactly why I wanted to have a table that didn't have any legs. Pike would most assuredly knock my table over completely if it had legs, so it is one of many reasons why I wanted a legless table for my build. You gonna sit up there with me? Hi, buddy. Yep. And you guys have the best job ever. You just get to lay there and be pretty. All right, we are going on another IKEA run, and I thought I was driving, but my dad's driving, so I gotta hurry. Hey, Dad. I just got back from IKEA, Walmart, Costco, and I feel like somewhere else, but I think it just took like 3 hours to do that whole thing. Feels like I went to more places, but I just got back and unloaded, and I'm putting all of the things that I bought to help maximize my space in my camper. I bought more of these little tubs because they're stackable and they're awesome, and I have them here as you can see. So I bought more of those. I bought this little organizer put in one of my little cargo boxes, so we'll do that. Bought these cute little metal bowls. Thought they'd be great, stainless steel. And down here I started loading up my pantry, and I have quite a bit of room over here, and I think I might actually get rid of this stereo here because look at that monstrosity. The only challenge is that I'd have to patch this wall, so I haven't done that yet. It's like once I started working with this space, I realized how much more storage I have. So I have a lot of room actually to put another little bin in here, and everything that I do for my pantry, I want it to be in a like a bin that I can close the lid. Not only for like rodents and things like that, but also because I have dogs, and I'm not putting another door over my pantry that I replaced. So I want to make sure that the dogs can't have a little midnight snack and get into things that they shouldn't be getting into. So I got this little compartment divider to put in one of my little storage cubes. So I'm going to go ahead and take this apart and swap things around and make it a little bit more convenient to find things when I've got all my clothes in the cube. So with this one, you can have it just open and it zips so you can fold it down, but it's also got all of these little inserts that you can kind of customize to fit your needs, and they're all like super compact when not in use. Here's one of the cubes where I've got the little 3 pieces in there, and it just creates some division, and it just makes it a little bit more organized for like your socks and so forth. Rearranged a few things and I couldn't fit them quite in there. I did, but I kind of had a blowout over here, so thankfully these were only $1. But I was able to consolidate and put them in there, so now I have this whole compartment open. Friend Trini gave me these 2 buffs to wear in honor of her and to remember her by, so they're gonna fit perfectly in my little beanie and buff container. I still have some things to fill, but I put all my beanies and buffs in that one, and you know, I'll start accumulating things in those drawers.
Before I travel, I'll have to ensure everything is nice and secure. Because the camper folds down, I have to remove most things from the walls, windows, and surface areas. That means everything will need a dedicated space while I'm living inside and while I'm moving around.
Say hi! Hi! All right, it's nighttime and we are in the camper for the evening, and you know what that means? That means slipper time. Slipper, pajama time. And with my new handy dandy little cargo rack, or what do you call this? Cargo thing? My cargo thing, I have easy access to, you got it, my little slippers. My slippers. Paint this probably black and do like a little mountain mural on that, but I'm gonna do that later. I need to finish my topper. I got these cute little legs. My dad found these off Amazon, so we're gonna put them on each corner like that and then put a topper over the stove. That should keep it nice and secure. And then I painted this guy down here. So my pantry's all done and I painted this corner here, and it's looking way better than it was. Well, I was hot, but now I'm cold, so I'm gonna put my sweatshirt back on and then get in the bed and watch Tangled with my doggies. I think these guys are ready for bed. They're being such good baby boys. Yes, oh, the tail wags. Yes. Friends, that's pretty much going to cover it for today's video. I know we talked about a lot and there's so much more to talk about, but don't worry, the series is just beginning, so stay tuned for the next video. We are hitting the road very soon, just waiting on a few things to be finalized, and then we are heading east. That's a weird way to say it because I feel like I should be heading west. I'm on the California coastline, so I'm about as west as it gets as far as the United States goes, unless you want to transport over to Hawaii and Alaska and all that kind of stuff, but we're not going to get into all that detail. But for the sake of this video, I'm about as west as you can get on the lower 48. So the only option is north, south, or east, and we're going east. And we have big plans, so don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on future content. See you later.